right, everybody, we're here live and in color at CMTV, your favorite public access television channel that you don't even know about yet. Um, as we're waiting for people to come on, I just want to start off by saying welcome, 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 welcome. Um, we're CMTV Spokane in Spokane, Washington. You can visit our website at cmtvspokane.org. You can find us downtown at 104 West 3rd Avenue, right on the corner of 3rd and Brown, right before you get into the freeway. You can miss us, so pay close attention. But we're in the back of the building where you'll see a fitness center in front. We're behind the fitness center, so once you find us once, then you'll always remember us. You can email us at cmtv@communityminded.org or give us a call on the studio phone 509-960-7452. Just to find out what we're about. We're your public access channel, again, for you, the community. We're here because Comcast and the city has an agreement to provide a channel for the community to utilize based off of the subscriptions that Comcast does and or has, excuse me, and the part of the subscription fee goes towards the public education government channels, which if you've seen C-SPAN or if you've seen, not C-SPAN, I'm sorry, Channel 5 here in Spokane, I know there's a couple of educational channels that used to be around. They're all dropping off, but I know Channel 16 used to be WSU Health Sciences. Channel 16 and 17 used to be a couple other colleges around the city. We're Channel 14 on Comcast. You can link in and find us. Tap in, find us. Again, we are Community Mind Television. I'm Michael Bethley. I am a production associate here. There's a staff of 4 of us, with Deshaun Bedford being our production manager. And then we have Darian Mack, who is our production associate, and does a lot of the graphic design work. It's a lot of the stuff you'll see and the brand you'll see he's put together. And then we have the wonderful Maddie Cattle, who is our administrative assistant, but she wears multiple hats. We're under Community Minded Enterprises here in Spokane as well. Community Minded Enterprises is a nonprofit that focuses on building the community. So giving you access to Recovery Cafe, early childhood education, and us, your community public access channel. So I didn't pull up the website like I was going to, but Community Minded Enterprises is our umbrella organization, and so we're very grateful for them. Getting into it today, we're going to talk a little bit about just you community producers being able to get your content on our channel. Talk about a little bit about the shows that we have, a little bit of the opportunities that you have in creating shows. If you watched Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, I just know that they started in a public access channel. I can't remember the storyline. It's been years since I've seen it, but I just know the storyline is they started in a public access channel, and you saw where they ended up. So that could be you. That could be you. Just remember that. So what we do is here at CMTV is give you that opportunity, get your shows on our channel. We're in development of an app which would broaden the range and the reach of your shows and your content, hopefully to nationwide, if not worldwide, so that people can also tune in. So that's in development. It's soon to begin. Being in the TV industry, I've worked some past at some news stations, and I know it's a watching the news and watching the reporters and the journalists and what they do and how they do it. It's a lot of work to it, a lot of tedious time put towards building the story, creating the story, and sometimes they're filming their own selves and bringing you the news and the stories. Today we have a special guest. Who is a former news anchor, journalist and she decided to venture off and do her own thing. And she's been coming to CMTV, and hopefully she can come on and tell her story and how she's been able to utilize CMTV to help build her brand, build her dreams, build her vision for what it is that she wants to do. So I'm bringing Nicole Mishke up. Hey, Nicole. How
Hello.
are you?
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. Thanks for coming on. Could you just give us a little bit of insight about your story and where you've come from, your journey, and where you are now?
Yeah. So first of all, I guess I just want to say if there's anyone out there watching who is a content producer or has an idea and loves the idea of bringing that idea to life through video, this is the place that will allow you to do that. You guys have equipment, everything you can imagine to check out to make this very easy so that your overhead can remain low. From renting lights to mics to cameras to your tripods to using the studio itself. I mean, it's incredible what you guys are offering to people. So I just want to say that.
Thank you.
My personal story, I guess, with this, I've always loved storytelling. I always knew that I wanted to tell stories in some capacity. So I went to school for broadcast journalism and just assumed that news would be the natural career path for me. But what I learned, I mean, news was a fun job. I loved my job. I worked a morning show at our NBC station here in town for 6 years. And the schedule was brutal. It was a very brutal schedule, getting up at 2:30 in the morning to get there at 3:30. It was rough, especially with kids at home and stuff. So that was hard. But I also just always felt like I wanted to tell a certain type of story that wasn't always the newsworthy story, which is my heart has always been for people. I have always loved the power of a story to bridge a divide between two people who previously thought they had nothing in common and maybe saw each other as enemies. And so just sitting a person down and hearing where they've come from, that's always been my heart. What have they overcome? What have they been through? And so really I always tell people I was always comfortable sharing other people's stories, but it took finding the courage to share my own story to finally give me the vision for the stories that I believe I'm here to tell and that I'm going to be collaborating with you guys to bring to the community. And my story was simply that I had struggled with bulimia in total secret for 10 years. It was a huge secret. Nobody knew. I very much felt that toxic shame, which I didn't know was shame at the time, but I literally believed that that was something I could never tell people, that if I wanted to have a successful career, that was going to have to be something I kept to myself. And I also didn't believe healing was possible for me. So to get to a place where not only did I find healing for the thing that used to feel like it controlled my life in every aspect, but then to also just, I guess, in walking through that shame and realizing like what I thought was the worst part of my story didn't have to define me. In fact, it didn't separate me from others. It actually brought others closer together. It allowed me to finally tap into my own self-worth, my own self-love, and to stop living my life waiting for other people to give me permission to do the things that I felt like I wanted to do. So the perfect example is working in news. I started there as a camera operator. And I remember thinking like, oh, I just want to get to be a reporter so I can tell stories. I just want to get to be a reporter so I can tell stories, right? Waiting for that title of, here you go, you are a reporter. You now have permission to tell stories. And the truth is I could have told stories all along. Like, of course, it's nice to have a platform that will like put those out to people to see. But I realized like, I don't need anybody in the sense of like, giving myself permission is enough to go do the thing I wanted to do. So I quit my job in 2018 to launch Uncovered, which very much came from my own journey, understanding the power of walking out of toxic shame. Uncovered is a storytelling platform where I produce short documentaries on people's stories of shame or their trauma or their pain, their struggle that they've overcome, and the hope and the healing that they have found on the other side. And so they're short documentaries. They range from 7 to 20 minutes long. And thanks to CMTV, I'm going to be able to get these stories out to more than just the people who follow me on social media. So we're going to be launching in April. We don't know the exact date yet. we hope it's April. A show where, you know, we'll bring these short documentaries. I've also then partnered with a clinical psychologist because you guys have a beautiful space to have a set in studio. We're building a set for it. And this clinical psychologist will be able to come on and talk about the neuroscience behind shame and why we struggle with these things as humans, because that also helps to kind of lessen the burden of our stories and thinking that we're broken when you can understand, oh, like my brain just does this as a human. So that's kind of my story to how I got to where I am now. I also just want to say I'm huge on not complicating things. So I think I used to even believe like, oh my gosh, if I wanted to do a TV show, I would have to have a whole crew and all these things. And of course, like I'll get to use you guys, like you guys are there to help bring this to life. But as far as the productions of stories, like I am telling you, I am doing this on a budget to the max with the most simple, basic equipment. And I think for what equipment I have, I'm able to really produce a really nice product. I have a Canon 80D camera that is not even a full frame, but I love it because it has facial tracking and a viewfinder that can switch back and forth. So if I need to be in front of the camera, I can use that. A tripod, I have a little gimbal and a mic, and I rent lights from you guys. And
Did you say a bike? Did you say a bike?
A mic.
Oh, a mic. Okay. It's like, oh.
A bike. I haven't figured that one out, but yeah.
That's how you get your tracking shots.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's awesome, Nicole, I mean, just the fact that you're telling not only your story, but people's stories. And there's so much power behind that, right? To be able to tap into someone's story. And like you said, someone else can get something from that. They can get a glimmer of hope. They can get an understanding of what they're going through. And so that's just a part of what we're hoping to do, is be able to just tell people's stories, or give them the platform to tell their story. And so we appreciate you using CMTV for that. And we appreciate you putting your content on our channel when it's fully produced. And we appreciate being a part of it too, because we think that it's going to be a great piece. March, that's next week, right? We're gonna do some shooting.
Yeah, I was actually just checking out my set today. An incredible designer, Jess Nicole Interiors is her design. If on Instagram, that's her interior design company. She volunteered to help me design the set, which I'm so thankful for, because I do not have an eye for design whatsoever. I always tell people I once painted my bedroom grass green and dirt brown. I have no idea why. It just, at the time, it seemed like maybe these colors would go together, but it was terrible. So
you wanted to be outside, inside. That's what it was.
Yeah, I needed help. So she volunteered to help. And then the guys at Cursed Crypt.
Yes.
You guys know them. They used to work right next to you guys, actually. You're the ones that told me about them. Build incredible, I mean, they have endless resources to what they can really produce for people to build a set. So it's been really fun to work with them to bring it to life. Yeah,
it's awesome. I'm actually excited to see the set. So whenever you're ready to bring it over, come on, just bring it on over.
Yeah, I think last week of March it'll be ready. So he's going to be delivering it.
Nice. Yeah, shout out to Zach Shawbetter and Cursed Crypt. Awesome at what they do. They made some stickers for me. And some keychains, so they're very versatile in what they can do. Yeah. Nicole, thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to say as far as just a producer who may be like, okay, what can CMTV do for me as far as a membership's concerned? Like, is it worth the $25?
Oh my gosh, are you joking me? I was so shocked that for that price, you know, is it $25 a month? I don't even know, because
like, I just give you my money. Here, take my money. No.
Like, take it, sign me up.
Yeah.
To be able to have access to use all the equipment.
Right.
Sorry, I feel like I'm cutting you off.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. Okay. Just coming in and $25 a month get you access to the equipment to come in, check out the lights, because you come in, mostly you get extra lights, right? So because you don't have a full kit, or there's certain kind of lights you have or you want. And that's, I mean, on top of that, if you wanted to do a multi-camera shoot, you're coming in and getting a couple other cameras too. So it's a great price. I mean, you can't beat it. I think it's been like that for years as well. And so for myself, I was like, this is just amazing. I don't have the money to buy a professional camera. So let me go find and use this as a resource so I can build the stories that I want to.
Yeah. I mean, I get really excited thinking about the potential you guys are bringing to the community by having this space,
Right.
because literally anything is possible. Obviously, it takes time to produce these sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is, if you can find the time and if you're willing to work and learn and figure it out, there are awesome resources just with you and Deshaun and Darian, and just if people have questions on how to use the equipment, you guys are there. But like I said, also, you don't have to get that cinematic camera that costs $4,000 plus. You know, I invested in a camera. I think it was, I don't know, $800 once I got the prime lens. I got a 50mm lens, which shoots incredibly beautiful interviews. And just here's what I would say. If someone's like, I have an idea, but I've never worked in video production, I don't know what I'm doing. My basic tips for people would be, get your lighting right, get your sound right. You need to mic up your people and rent some lights, because then you won't have a distracting shot. And then the other thing would be, put your camera on a tripod. Don't hand hold it, put it on a tripod, get a nice prime lens, and just shoot for your B-roll, which is the video that goes over your interview. You know, shoot a stagnant, here comes my kitty. Make sure your shot's on a tripod. And those three things will get you pretty far. There's lots more tips I can give, but I think that people need to know that you don't want your video to be distracting, and the way you make it not distracting is to have good quality shots, lighting, and sound. And then from there, you get to tell a story. Yeah.
You got your first storytelling course, everybody, from Nicole Mishki. Which is a good segue. I'm not going to segue into it now, but we're going to talk about CMTV Academy a little later and what we're doing and what we hope to do with that, as far as just being able to bring professionals like yourself in and talk about how and strategy and how they can do the good video with the resources that you have. Excuse me.
Yes.
And I'm really big on making the best of what you have when you have it. And so, yes, I mean, if all you have is your phone right now, use your phone.
Yeah.
But you know, just work towards CMTV as well. But we're here so you don't have to use your phone.
Yeah, but you could. That's a great point, though. You could. I mean, our phones shoot incredible video. And just to show people, like, this is my one room in the house that actually looks sort of put together. And so I tend to stay in here because out there is a disaster. But I have these beautiful windows that have so much natural light. And there's another window here. As you can see, the lighting is great. You all really put your person in front of a window. And for most of my interviews, which if you go to my website and watch the documentaries I've done, you see people sitting in front of a black backdrop. That black backdrop is literally a $20 clothes hanging rack from Walmart that I just extended to the top. And then I bought a big sheet of fabric from Joann Fabrics for another $20. And it looks incredible. You put them in front of a window. Like, it doesn't have to, you don't have to go buy all of the things. Like, you can literally find ways to DIY it and have it look sometimes better than what it would look like if you were shooting it in a studio.
Yeah. And $25 a month to come to see.
$25 a month. It's such a good deal. I love you guys.
Nicole, thank you so much. We appreciate it. You check her out. Your website is there, NicoleMishki.com. I went ahead and put storiesuncovered.com, although you said it's under construction, but soon people can go there and just check out our stories. Nicole, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Keep being great and keep telling those stories.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. You guys
You're welcome.
You guys are awesome.
Have a good one.
Okay, you too.
Thanks. Nicole Mishki, everyone. We really do appreciate her just coming in and like telling the stories and telling her journey. I think it's amazing the fact that like she had a career in news and, you know, being in a space that she thought she wanted to be in, and realizing that she didn't have to conform to what it was that everyone else was, and doing her passion and doing what she loves to do. And so thank you, Nicole, for doing that. We're going to segue in. Well, before we do that, I wanted to show a couple of the shows that we had that are airing on our channel now. Just like a minute or two of each show. give you an opportunity to see the variety of shows that we have. This particular show,
what's poppin', y'all? It's your man Tyler C.
is
and
called
is the Community Experiment.
The Community Experiment.
Yo, each
right
week on the
cue.
Community Experiment, we sit down with
One of our
individuals to tell their
producers.
stories because we
I'm gonna be
believe that
quiet and let you
stories
listen.
have a way of strengthening the community around us. This week we sat down with the homie David Scott of Pacific Pine Films and the PA homie David Hansen to talk about diabetes and the effects that diabetes have on the community around us. So let's hop in.
Yeah, so a little bit backstory. I've only been a diabetic for almost a full year. It'll be November 28th was my diagnosis date, which makes November really cool too because it's it's Diabetes Awareness Month, and then it's like my diaversary or however you want to say it.
Okay.
Is that a thing?
Is that
That is a thing.
Diversary?
Diaversary. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
I think it's cool how you kind of celebrate it like that.
Yeah.
You know, like, because it kinda
Totally.
could be. I'll let you finish this.
Yeah.
Sorry,
no,
I'm just
and-
excited about that.
And so when I went to go look around online because you want to kind of find the people who you can communicate with, you can have conversations with because you kind of feel alone. Most people that have type 1 diabetes, it's a very small percentage of people between type 1 and type 2. It's about 10%.
So that was the Community Experiment. One of the shows here. It's pretty interesting show. I love that he shoots it in black and white. Tyler is his name, and it's wonderful content. As you can see, they're about to get talking about diabetes and his specific journey. And we've also have other opportunities. Your normal game streaming shows we have. We're airing. This is shot here in Spokane, in the Valley. Just some gamers going against each other and streaming their content, but they putting their content here on CMTV. A variety of things. Like I said, we've had live concerts here in the studio. Vibrant Live is one of our in-house shows that we do, where we have a band come in and we just live music, give you, especially in the time of COVID, right? When live music was very rare. We haven't done one recently, but it was a great opportunity for us to put artists out there, musicians out there, and give them an opportunity to still hone in on their craft and what they're doing. It's amazing, and like I said, we do everything. There's a show called I think it's called Rig. I can't remember the name of it, but it's literally this truck driver, and he's driving. We're just watching him drive for an hour and a half from Othello. I think this one's from Othello to Spokane, and so like this is your public access channel, right? You can put whatever you want to do. This truck driver thought it was cool to be able to put his journey, his trip on TV, and he was able to do it. So that's what we're able to do here at CMTV. I think it's sped up a little because it was only an hour and a half, so I'm hoping there was a time lapse. But either way, I think it's a pretty good opportunity. Sorry, I don't want you guys to have to bear through that the whole time. It was a pretty cool opportunity for you to come and get your shows on our channel. Check us out, cmtvspokane.org. If you want the opportunity to come and check out our equipment, come look at what we're doing here. I'm pulling this up. Sorry about that. We're pulling. Oh, this is another show, Grown Folks Kids Show. Another show produced. This is a great concept, great idea. Oh, you guys can't. Can you see that? I'm sorry. I'm not a rookie, I promise. Well, anyway, you guys can't see it, but either way, it's a great show. opportunities for you guys to come out, put your content on the CMTV 14. And I was in the process of bringing up the website is what I was doing to show you our equipment list. But in the meantime, what I want you guys to know and to understand is that we care. We want to get your story out. We want you to feel comfortable coming in and knowing that we'll try to help you with whatever it is that you have. If we're able to do it, we'll try to do it, and if we're not, we'll try to point you in the right direction. But giving you that opportunity as community members to come in and to make some dreams and some opportunities come true for yourself. Ideas that you have, adventures that you want to take. Let's do it. Let's do it. So I'm segueing into the CMTV Academy. What the CMTV Academy is, it's a hands-on training program for members of the community. For you, if you're interested in learning how to produce videos, if you want to learn how to run a camera, do audio, sound, lighting, script writing, all of the aspects of putting together a video production, we're going to have it in this academy, and we're going to offer it to the community and to you, bringing in industry professionals as well over a course of 5 weeks. We're starting on May 4th, and making sure I'm saying this right. Mondays and Tuesdays from 4 to 6 starting on May 4th. So you can go to our website right now and register. But again, camera and audio, content distribution, pre-production, script writing is going to be an overview of essential tools and skills that you can learn in the video production. So 13 to 17 is one class, and then 18 and up is another. So you can have your adults, you can come, youth, you can come. And we putting together the academy for you to come in and learn. We also have a CMTV Academy camp, which we're partnering with Spokane Parks and Rec, where it's a summer camp that's specifically for ages 13 to 17. But it's going to be basically a camp that's going to be 5 days of hands-on training that we can produce videos and make connections with other teams and learn the practice, again, the tools and the technology and the techniques during the class. It's going to be here in the studio. You can come down, being taught by us, as well as some professionals may come in and contribute. If you remember last week, we had Juan Moss, who's a director. He's directed on Z Nation. We're hoping to get him in and being able to just drop some of his knowledge. Nicole Mishke, hopefully we can get her back in and do some classes and some expression of her knowledge. June 21st through 25th, July 12th and 16th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. The cost of the camp, CMTV Academy camp, is $159. Again, that's 5 days of hands-on training. You can go register on our website as well, cmtvspokane.org, as well as the CMTV Academy, which is $300 for a 5-week class, 1 day a week. And again, we're taking ages 13 to 17 and 18 and up. So if you're interested, go to our website and tune in and register now. Tell them Mike sent you. You might not get a discount. You won't get a discount. Sorry, if I had your hopes up. You won't get a discount, but just come anyway. It's valuable information. And what we hope to do, we hope to be able to eventually get donors to pipe in and donate and sponsor scholarships for the academy and for the camp for students. So if you're one of those out there that want to do that, please also visit us at our website, cmtspokane.org. Matter of fact, if you can call us. We want to talk to you. You can call our studio. It's 509-960-7452. You see, I time that to be when the number goes across because I don't know about heart. With that, that's all we're going to cover today. Again, thank you, Nicole, for coming through thank you. We have some comments, Michael. We're looking forward to seeing you. You'll be contacting us soon. If you have any questions, anybody who's watching have any questions, wrapping it up. Anybody in the studio have any questions? We have some people here in the studio right now too. If not, I didn't do the trivia like I did last time. Pop quiz. If you get this right, some swag. Answer in the comments. What channel can you watch CMTV on Comcast? What channel? I said it earlier in our broadcast. You can get you some nice community-minded swag this time around, but I promise you it's worth it. On what channel can you watch CMTV on Comcast? While you're thinking about that, again, I want to highlight where we are, 104 West 3rd Avenue. There's a map, a wonderful map that shows you as far as the parking situation. It's a crazy situation out there. We're on 104 West 3rd Avenue. If you look on this particular map, you see the yellow. The yellow is paid parking right on 3rd, and it says US Highway 2 right here, but it's 3rd and Brown. We are right there where it says 14, right behind the Workout Fitness Center. If you know where the old CSL Plasma building used to be, that is where we are. So come on down and visit us. There's plenty of parking. If it's not paid, it's free. Even on the paid parking, it's really, I think you get about a half an hour for a quarter. So you bring 50 cents, you can come visit and talk to us. Yeah, come on down. And then I'll give you some of our pricing here. We have $25 a month membership. Can you see me? $25 a month, $75 an hour if you want to contract us out. With the $25 a month, you get the use of equipment, computers, and software, showing your content here on TV. And then as we transition to the app, your content will also be on the Roku and app that we are putting together. Now, I will say, come down now and sign up now. Our tiers, our membership format will be changing. We're going to have multiple tiers, but still great benefits. If you want to contract us out, we come and you can price us. We'll price your jobs, and we'll charge you for based off of what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And you get our whole team, our whole creative team. We also have a TriCaster, which is a multi-camera production studio in a box, basically. But it's high-end 4K. Can you get to 6? No, just 4K. You can get high-end 4K shots up to 4K, and then we can do a very professional production. We've done a lot of fundraisers this past fall where we were able to produce their live streams and help them raise some money. CMTV Studio, $150 for the year. If you just want access to the light grid and the cyc wall for the productions and the green screen. And then if you're making some money off, if it's a revenue generating project, with $75 an hour for the studio. Beautiful studio, come in. And then again, there's a CMTV Academy. So Michael Hansel, he's answering the question, and the question was, what channel is CMTV on Comcast? And Michael was paying attention. Michael, that is correct. Come on down to the studio, pick up your swag. You won. I'm writing your name down so that you know that this is for real. And my name is Michael. That's a wonderful name, Michael. Your parents are geniuses. Hey, that's all we got for today. We appreciate everybody who did tune in. If you're still watching, thank you. CMTV, we're here Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, 10 to 5. Come on down, visit. Have a great weekend. Have a great day.